Puppies?
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Yo! Hello! Lat, I did not know where you'd be at when I went to the screen. Hello, everybody! Welcome in first, Lat. Glad to see you're feeling better, I'd assume. With that much energy coming in here, you've got to be feeling better. Hi, Foxy. Hi, Michael. There's some keys. Feeling perfect. Good. All right. Just the way it should be. Ah, another wonderful day to get stream going. And plenty of hydrates to get us started as well. Honestly. I'm doing quite well. You know what, there's a certain level of, I was really busy today, but I got a lot of things that I needed to get done. So there's a nice level of relief. Many things still need to be done, but it's like, oh, I've been catching up. That feels so good. Let's see here. Your head used to feel bad, but you did that orange energy and it made your migraine hurt. Now you hurt migraines. There's that reverse psychology. It's like, migraines hurt me? No, I hurt migraines. Rah! Gotta go now because Jake is making you watch the Fantastic Four. Enjoy it, Michael. I haven't seen the Fantastic Four movie most recently. But you know what? You should watch that and then you should go play Marvel Rivals. You won't enjoy it? You're just being forced to watch it? But yeah, let's see here. On the agenda today, we're going to be playing some Against the Storm. It's a nice little hobby game of mine I like to play in my off time. Bestie and you are celebrating today for your stream. Oh, collaborating, not celebrating. Why did I read that as celebrating? Oh my god. That is far from celebrating. That's collaborating. Yeah, I hope you have a good time, Foxy. Are you collaborating on some Marvel Rivals or something else? Shout out to a few people that I see lurking and just kind of spreading around across in chat. Oh, I see another one too. There we go. I think Nico's even streaming right now, probably. Playing some Grounded 2 from last I just seen when I was lurking. All right. Well, I pretty much have everything in order. I've already posted everything across that I needed to in social medias. Because, you know, there's just a little bit of a startup process where... you gotta try to get yourself out there. And one thing you always do is, when you're starting up your streams, you post across your social medias, and you try to get as many people's attentions as you can. Just the way it is. But yeah, does anybody know about Against the Storm at all? Ever seen it? Heard of it? Played it? Any interest in it? Just a little bit of a hobby of mine, so I'd like to introduce it, and you know, maybe it'd be a type of game that you guys might like. It's kind of like when you watch people play long-winded strategy type of games. It's got short bursts of that. But since everybody is here that I imagine is going to be here within the immediate time frame, since it's about 10 minutes in, let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm gonna pause the music and I'm gonna start getting things switched over. See you over there. All right. Get the game pulled up. There we are. Now granted, I'm going to be playing on an account that I've been playing on for a while and still working on. But today, the reason why I wanted to play is that they had a 1.8 release, and I've bought the 2 DLCs that they've added so far. Now, as you might be able to tell from the background, you play as... basically, you're making a civilization that each building has special purposes, and you get 3 races, and they've released 2 additional ones. They had 3 to start with when the game first came out. Then they had a 4th one, and then they added in 2 more since then. But those are the DLCs, and I've added those. They've also added in some new biomes, and to basically explain things, it's like, let's see here. Might as well press play. I haven't started the next map or anything yet, but let's see. We got an encyclopedia, so we can go ahead and get things started this way. Let's go with species. So, as you can see, these are all the species. You've got your humans. They are better at farming type of skills and brewing. Beavers are really good at harvesting wood and dealing with engineering. Lizards are good with meat production, dealing with fire. Harpies are good at alchemy and clothing. Foxes are kind of like, this says skilled scouts. They're good with dealing with certain environment scenarios. And they cooperate with their own kind, and they have a huge buff, which is being immune to hostility during the throughout the storm. Now, I'll explain the storm a little bit after a little bit too. Frog is a brand new one I just started playing around with. Skilled at masonry and rainwater. And then bat, I don't know anything about bats, so this is my first time kind of taking a look at this. Bats excel at metallurgy, but find no particular comfort in any type of work. Huh. Interesting. So they just have one specialization, but no dislikes per se. I'll find out how that works later on. Now, the storm, in the scheme of things, is you're basically given this map. You are in the smoldering city, which is guarded by... Oh, I forget the... There's a queen, basically. She is basically kind of like a goddess. And she's pretty much almost like a phoenix type of deity. She is able to protect you against the ongoing storm that always happens. But after every so many years... the storm wipes everything out. Basically, it's practically rewriting existence. And it mixes up multiple environments and everything. And only the city protected by the goddess is the only thing that basically perseveres. So the biggest thing you do is you and a bunch of other caravans go out and you try to scour the lands as far as you can, gain resources, and then you eventually have trade routes back over to the main city in order to try to build it up in preparation for the next storm and holding out. So that's your yearly loop. You make different towns, you build them up, you have to reach certain goals, and then once you've succeeded, you've completed it, you get resources, and then you move on to the next area. And you just keep expanding out. And that's each of these. You can fail, like I failed on this one. But then once it reaches the end of this, then it's the end of the current cycle. You're choosing to basically end that time frame, and then the entire map gets wiped, redone, and you have to start off with your civilizations all over again and branch out. I'm basically trying to aim for these seals to where you need currency to achieve them, and once you've unlocked them, the cycle lasts longer and longer for you to get more and more resources and branch your way out to more and more difficult but interesting areas that you wouldn't normally be able to reach within the time frame that it has in here. You do customize your city a little bit, only to the extent that you complete different tasks during each of the missions when building your city, and you get rewards of experience and sometimes other resources. After that, you buy upgrades. So you start off low. You're able to slowly get like percentage increases to different abilities, unlock other buildings, special perks, starting embarks to where you can buy resources to get yourself a head start when you get going, that type of stuff. So I definitely worked my way up a fair bit. The blueprint to your pool, the essential buildings is the bat house. Okay. So I must just add that in. But I don't have enough food right now in order to buy that to get a bat house, strangely. So it'd actually be kind of detrimental for me to try to be playing one of the bats right now. At least until I finish my next mission. I'm not going to worry about the home. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to ignore that. So you choose so far away to go from your last settlement. And if you're close to certain things out here, it gives special resources that you need in order to upgrade further. And any area that you select, you can see in the top left the different effects. I'll be able to click on those later in order to tell you what they give, but it shows the reward. You get like food and something else there for a seal fragment. Other areas give different types of rewards, but they also come with different effects for the landscape. So I'm probably going to start there. It needs 5. Actually, I'll go ahead and start here. This will be fine. So when you get started, you can at least maybe have like a quick summary of which races could potentially be joining you. To start with, you have 3 selections, along with the resources that you're given to start with. How interesting that it's giving me the bat right off the bat. Oh my god. Because I don't have any houses. You can make basic houses, but in order to keep the population happy, you gotta have special houses. So, I find that slightly disturbing. Because if I can't make specific houses, well, I'll just have to make basic ones, and hopefully that works for them. But anyway, you have a summary of the location that you were given, how much fertile soil it has. So sometimes there's soil across in the ground to where you can set up farms and make perpetual resources. I'll show you everything as we get into the level, but farms are very handy for just getting you constant resources rather than having to salvage everything from your surroundings. It gives you a time frame, how much reputation you need to acquire in your civilization in order to complete or win, versus if the queen's impatience, which the queen is actually what I was talking about, like the god before. They call her the queen. If she gets too frustrated with your civilization and it takes too long, then you basically lose and you have to redo another match, and you wasted time towards gathering more resources. Due to the difficulty that I have set too far out, so yeah, every time you go out you keep going up in difficulty. You have like a very novice level, easy, medium, hard, very hard, and you know, it just keeps going up. So sometimes viceroys condemn their people to a terrible fate. Dangerous and forbidden glades warnings are disabled. You know what? I'm fine with that. That's an easy one to deal with. The marshlands are a gatherer's paradise. Gathering speed is increased by 10% for every 2 workers assigned to gathering camps. Bonus does not affect woodcutters camps, which you cut down wood and you spread your city out from there. So gathering wood is actually very important. The marshlands are home to enormous life forms. Giant gathering nodes can be found in the forbidden glades. Each glade will have a different node. Good to know. The trees, when you harvest them, they will give you wood, mushrooms, and leather. They are not your typical trees. Some areas will give you like wood, meat, and leather, or things like that. Very interesting. Sometimes they even give you metals. All the natural resources around the area kind of show up across here, so you know if you're going to be lacking in any particular resources that would help you out if you have a particular build pattern. And with fertile soil being a small amount, it's not going to be much of a chance of farm, so that's fine. I like to have beavers across my group. They harvest a lot better and you can get more wood per tree, potentially. We'll just see what we're given. As I've unlocked more bonuses, now I can buy additional perks before we go in. It's not much of a chance for farmland, but at the same time, it's never a bad thing to grab a farm. Yo, hi, Unk. What's up? How are you? Playing some Fate Trigger. I know this game probably isn't going to be much of people's cup of tea, but I enjoy it in my off time, and I wanted to see what other people thought of it. I feel like for the most part, a lot of action-based games are everybody's cup of tea. If you like this type of thing, I very much would like some feedback on it. But yeah, if it's not, cool. Let me know if you're more of an action type or not. We're gonna go ahead and settle with the farm. It gives me 1 point left over. I like to get the royal permit. There are certain perks and everything you get as you go along through time, and you succeed each year across building your civilization. And sometimes it's nice to do a re-roll in case you find that you have a batch that you're just not willing to pick. But I'll show you those as we come about them. Let's get this started. All right, we got those. And then you get these to start off with based on difficulty. So the positive perk I get, gathering brings back twice the amount of secondary resources when collecting from gathering nodes. Interesting. I kind of like that. Now, resolve is how much your people are willing to stay in the area. So to your villagers at this effect. Oh my gosh, if they don't have clothing, so I need to be producing clothing right off the bat. Otherwise, they're going to move 40% slower? Ouch. Have to pay 1 pack of building materials, multiplied by another years. If you don't, 3 buildings to your settlement will become ruins. Yoish. Cold front. So I need complex food and clothing to satisfy that need. Consume twice the amount of food. It seems like I'm moving a little bit slower. I'm gonna just adjust the... Let's see. Control graphics? Oh, graphics quality, there we go. Let's set it to medium. Oh, that's already much better. So, you might be able to notice things look a little funky. This is all you get to start off with. You start off with practically nothing. And what happens is that you are mainly incentivized to use a woodcutter's camp, and you have to cut down these trees. These black spots are basically glades. There's random resource nodes, perks, buildings, events, different things that just happen in them. And you don't know what you're gonna get. So the best thing is just kind of go into the small ones, see what additional resources you can get to try to help build your city up, and go from there. The trees themselves, you always get wood. Plus, you have a 50% chance to get some mushrooms for some food, and then maybe a 5% chance on top of that in order to get some leather. There's other smaller resources that start out over here. Overgrown stone node. You get some stone, grubs, and moss. And over here, you have some little animals to where you basically farm killing them, and you get meat and leather. All things that you basically use in order to make anything that you need. And I don't get this layout very often. Oh, interesting. So, I like to personally keep myself very organized when I do this. I make pathways to let the people move faster. and I kind of make it into a grid fashion. I typically like to do a 6x6, so there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on 7, I make a path. And actually, this will work just fine that way. Because then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 7 makes me have my next path. Actually, instead of this one, maybe I will go up a little bit more. If I'm going the same idea. A 2x2 works better for buildings. That's the only reason why I'm kind of doing this a little bit different. 3, 4, 5, 6 on 7. Oh. No, that's gonna cut back. That messes with my ADHD. No, I don't have ADHD. I should just say OCD. There we go. OCD, not ADHD. OCD. So if I put a line back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 7. Yep. I guess we'll just be keeping that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 7. Yep. So it has to go there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 7. And you'll see how this kind of plays out and helps out. Okay, now we gotta set up our woodcutter camps. You see the area that they can encompass. We're just kind of expanding out in all directions. Now, one thing to always keep attention to is your hearth. It's basically your safe point. You build your houses, any special buildings across inside, you get different buffs. Based on that, you get some happiness across there. You always have to be burning some resources. Let's see here. Villagers have 50% chance to not consume food during break. Interesting. And it looks like our third species ended up being lizards, which I'd like them to be there. +5 to their resolve, +1 global resolve. So everybody is 1 point happier. If you are happy enough to where you exceed what is called a reputation threshold. Hi JP, how are you doing? You'll start making the reputation and the growth of your area happy, so then you actually are earning points towards filling these in. You have to get this bar to full to win. When you get to these blue markers, you get a blueprint, which is what these are. Good, all right. Playing this for a while, I know some of the things you need to aim for right away. Planks, bricks, and cloth are the biggest things to try to get right away. One thing I'm definitely going to need to aim for is getting some clothing right away. Now, flour, kind of nice to think about that. Yeah, I don't need scrolls or pack of trade goods. Foragers camp. This is just not a good one. I at least get like one free reroll here at the very beginning, and I think I'm gonna need that. All right, guild house. Guild house is something I definitely am gonna need later on. You can do trading, where you can take resources, earn amber, which is basically your currency, and trade that in for additional goods and services. I do need coats, but well. Guild house is one of the best. Ooh, Still got another one. That'll work. And I'll be able to make some oil for trading. So we'll stick with that. That species can't be favored. God, that's their perk. Oh, but they can be ignored. Alright. So I'll basically be playing much like I would regularly, but if you guys have any interest on things, please feel free to ask. And I'm going to put a bit of text on here. Let's see here.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Hey, thanks for the hydrate there, Shadow. Share that on there. Yep. If you have questions, please ask. Try to keep that up a little bit higher so that... Oh, whoop. Not what I want to do. There. There we go. Game's going good. I'm just starting. I kind of started this off being a little long-winded, explaining how the game works and things, but yeah, basically, I'm just going to get started building, see what people think of it, and yeah, ask questions along the way if you feel like there's something more that you want to learn about. I played this enough, I know the majority of things that I need to have done. I always play it with 3 times speed so that we can get through building everything faster. Well, how have you been, Shadow? How is your game? I've seen that you were playing with Nora and a few others. A lot of fun. Yeah, Peak is a lot of fun. Oh, man. Well, I might have to do this for grain. And maybe if I'm lucky, I can get some farm ground and get this rolling. You almost made it? Nice. How far did you get? Really hope during one of these beginning areas I'm going to come across some farm ground. Okay, now here's something else. You have orders that come in. Sometimes there's a special perker thing that pops up across here. Well, that'll be easy. I kind of like to have that one. I don't need anything special off of there. Let's pick this. Got a bad grab on a weird outcropping and fell into the volcano from nearly 3/4 of the way up. Oh, that feels so bad. I've had that happen to me, Shadow, but I think you've seen that. Oh, shit. But one survivor had a bing bong, so you got the badge. Oh, grats! So you're able to pull it out in the end. think getting some copper bars additionally will be very helpful. Stone production? I'd rather complete trade routes and get the extra planks. Planks is used for like everything. What do you think of these types of games, Shadow? A little bit of city building, a little bit of objective base, like, all right, go for these, but the interesting thing is you get different races that have different perks. See, these guys, you see this blue that popped up on here? They're getting some of their favorite foods. And that's some of the just basic resources I started off with on this match. But it makes them really happy. So their resolve is higher. And this one, at this particular point, the reputation threshold is 15. As time goes on, it's going to go up by every 5. And the happier they are, the more resolve they have, along with the population. And you see it adds 0.03 high resolve per minute to the overall reputation. 1.0 is every one of these boxes. So if you have a high population, they're all really happy, this thing skyrockets up quickly. You haven't played one in years, but you used to play a lot of Warcraft 2 and 3. This isn't quite like that because this is peaceful. You're not competing against anything and nothing's coming to kill you. It's just you have different objectives in some of these glades that are hidden. And they can cause the impatience to rise up. And if this impatience reaches maximum, the queen gets too upset with you and you're not able to succeed in completing this city. So your entire point is to reputation gain up to maximum for 14. You can do that through completing these orders as time goes on. Sometimes you can buy the points directly through trading. But the big thing is just making your people happy, giving them food, resources, and then allowing that to push up the reputation naturally. And you're just using woodworkers and you're cutting down these weird trees that have different resources to keep your people alive. Every year, the year goes through 3 cycles. There's a drizzle, a clearance, and then the storm. So drizzle and clearance are your 2 peaceful times. And then when the storm is present, these potentially bad scenarios can happen based on this number for the hostility of the forest, which that increases as your population grows, you expand further out, you make more buildings. Basically, the environment gets more and more upset with you. Wow. A lot of people are happy currently. Unfortunately, I don't have much of a population, so it's only gaining me 0.08 resolve per minute. So, not even enough to get me my first point. Oh yeah, I already have that. Okay. So... I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. The more woodworkers you have, the more upset everything becomes, so there is a button to immediately stop and unassign all woodworkers, which generally lowers the hostility and prevents you from climbing in impatience faster. Also, if people become unmotivated, like if this number for their resolve goes to negative because they're too unhappy, they start leaving and you start losing your population. You don't have enough population, you're not going to make it in time. All right, so I dug through. This place has some stones, abandoned cache, drizzle water geyser, algae pond. Okay. Few okay things, but nothing too fancy. An herbalist camp. Okay, and a couple barrels, which doesn't really mean anything other than a comfort, which advances
Hydrate, you bastard!
the
Hydrate!
happiness of people in here. Thank you, Shadow. I can already tell. People are not interested in this. I wanted to do this for fun. I can definitely tell people are not really like, oh, whatever. Action games are the way to go. Easily understood. So here I can devote these parts and resources in order to get this building. Which is what we'll do. You already put in the Discord, but I'm gonna tell you now. Me and Michael are gonna watch Fantastic Four First Steps. Have fun, Michael. Have fun, Jake. And make sure Michael's having a good time too. All right, the storm is happening. Now, if I keep doing things and making the forest hostile towards me, it'll start doing worse and worse things. This one, for example, if I don't give people clothing, it'll force the villagers to move 40% slower. Oh, in like 20 minutes? Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I've kind of mixed things up. And nothing says I need to be doing this for long. I could certainly be doing this for like another 15 minutes. And maybe switch over to something else. I'm thinking that's actually going to be best because I can tell people are not. You're being forced? Jake, why are you forcing Michael to watch Fantastic Four? But yeah, I play this game a lot in my free time. I like these easy builders, environment, things going on. It's very calming. Because it's fantastic. If it's so fantastic, Jake, why aren't you just playing Marvel Rivals? All right. Cornerstones. So these are the special perks that you get every year to try to advance yourself in different directions. Hostility is reduced, which that is how angry the whole forest is for every 150 units of water in the rain engines. That is a nice way to try to calm things down. I don't know, man. More people have come. I like to try to get as many people in as possible. So there's 3 people here versus 2. We're gonna accept those refugees. And that's gonna get us more food. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's Dis, isn't it? I have not seen the movie, actually. Have you seen it already, or is this you're seeing it for the first time? Okay, time's gone on. Now there's more orders for me to select. Discovered 2 glades in 180 seconds. That shouldn't be too hard. So we can go that one. And we could do that one. Then again, consuming these fuels will give me a perk and a benefit there. Yeah, we'll go with that. How are you doing, Dis? What's new in this day for ya? Michael. No, it won't, you fish. All right, have a good one, Jake. 2 kids are at my front door and are thinking it's abandoned. What? No way, lad. Are you trying to break into the place? Discovered 2 glades in that time frame. Nah. Well, this may not be too bad. Yeah, have Lewis go say hi. That'd be great. They're looking through the windows. Why are they just randomly in the swamp? We're branching out. First thing I should get going is getting some of these. I like to make the bigger building. You have to make the bigger buildings outside of the ancient hearth. Well, you don't have to, but it's better to. Everything that is necessary inside the hearth. This is a very limited space. You need houses and a bunch of other things to be built in here. So it's better to expand out far enough to where the non-important buildings are able to be out of the way, because you normally can't move them otherwise after they've been built. Also, Lewis is on his way. Skunk deployed. The company that made me a gun has never seen one break the way mine did. Cool, Dis. That means that they'll replace it for free, and they could just replace it because they need to experiment with what happened, right? Right? We can have that, but I don't have any wheat. Eventually I'll be able to make some oil. We can utilize that in order to make water skins. That's fine. And then let's stick with those planks. So it's pretty much just going to be a plank making building, which is perfectly fine with me. Achievement unlocked. Yeah, that's pretty good, Shed. Nice. Welcome in, Dominic. Since more people... Nice. Oh my god, they screamed and fell in the water. Oh, interesting. That's nice, Dis. Scared of the skunk. They're probably scared of a skunk that is all of a sudden in the window of a building that they thought was abandoned. You're mad? Why are you mad, Dominic? Oh, copper and salt? Interesting. See here, most of the other things like fabric and bricks are gonna have to be made in a separate small building. I need to make actual houses. Actually, I don't have houses for the bat people. This makes things interesting. And I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Let's see here. 6 residents, 3 residents. It makes the same amount of spot, but uses a different wood. I need to... move, and we'll do this. I've never done that before. This is very interesting. They changed the way the house shape is. Houses did not used to be able to do this. One person there. It's your water type. Okay, it's a different water type. That's good. Don't need to make planks in this place. Gonna go relax and get something to eat. Sounds good, Shadow. In the meantime, God knows I might switch over and play something else. Just stopping by real quick, about to go live myself. How we doing? Doing pretty good, Drywall. It's good to see you. I think these are going pretty well. It feels like a lot of the people that watch me aren't necessarily interested in this, and I don't blame them at all. This is just something I like to play in my spare time. So I might switch over to another game in a little bit, but I don't know quite what yet. Why don't we discuss that a little bit? What should I play instead? Jackbox? Nah, we'll save that for like Sunday. A lot of the community types of games and things like that I want to save over to maybe at least just one day. Maybe I might play some SKALD. I'm gonna be playing that tomorrow. If it's a hit now, it'll just be a resumption of the game. Hi, random. We got one wild random in here. How's your day going? But yeah, I'm not sure. What do you guys honestly think of this game so far? You may not know anything about it, and that's perfectly fine. What are your first impressions? Does it seem like something that might be kind of interesting? Is it boring? I want your guys' true opinions. Because I honestly think you guys probably find this boring. Maybe it's just a bit cozy compared to what I normally play. Is it too cozy? Let's do a big garden. I like the garden. What are you doing look at me for, random? Did I do something in particular? Two, three, four, five, 6 on 7. Two, three, four, five, 6 on 7. There we go. Not gonna lie, your background noise right now, I'm cleaning my PC gun room. Ah! Hey, I don't mind one bit this. I appreciate that you consider me background sound approving. I already had one of these and it's giving me another one? Nah. Well, actually, It means I'd be really hard pressed if I managed to find some farmland. I am golden for food production. All right. I'm gonna double down on it. Oh, God. Oh, no spare workers? Yeah, I'll just have to go with one of the oh wait, I've got more people right here. Here's 4. We can easily go with that.
Puppies?
Sometimes I turn your stream on to draw. I join, say hello, then go draw while you play in the background. I appreciate that. I am very much a lurker myself as well. So, yeah, if you just put me out of the background, you go and draw, do your own thing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Maybe even be happy if I can provide some sort of inspiration for you. You got a messy room now? trading post here. Water Strider molt. Not much here. Man, the resources around here are really lacking. Like, oh. Wonder. Lots of stone, though, so. I have to make one of these. I would love that. Actually, I have nothing to draw at the moment, so why not give me something to draw right now? What kind of things do you draw normally? Do you draw creatures, animals, people, environments? Maybe you could draw... Do you play Dungeons and Dragons or any board games? Maybe you could draw a board environment. You draw anything, just not backgrounds. So more like individual objects, animals, people, things like that. He started cleaning, then went, holy crap, what did I do? You do not sadly only heard of that game. Ah. Hey, nothing's wrong with that. How about, I almost want to say cards, but I always like to have a purpose or something that could be beneficial from anything that I normally do. So, how about, what if you drew a tree that you have across in a nearby area, but you drew it to where you divide up the tree into 4 vertical sections, with each section being what the tree looked like during that particular season. So you could go through spring, summer, fall, and winter. And very much the same thing, Dis. I did want to like be greedy or anything and say, hey, totally, just draw me, put me in the fan art. We're not destroying potatoes today. You're right, Jam Jam. But I do need to decide on something else to do. I think that we're an hour in. It's past 8. You'll get started on that? All right. What's that? What's your one question?
Hello.
Oh, and then what are these? He used fibrous moss and wheat in order to produce this. Okay. Do you want it on paper or digital? Go with digital. I have a feeling digital would be easier and allow more editing that you would like to do. Don't need to know about biscuits. 23 gold. Oh, I don't think there's any way I can get 23 gold. Digital it is! Oh man. I have to give up almost everything I have. In 2 parts. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it to try to get that. Either way, I think I'm gonna save and quit. I'm gonna switch games. Digital it is! I'll play this another time. But let's switch over to something that you might find more interesting. I'm going to be playing this tomorrow. And if you guys, I don't know, I suppose I'm experimenting right now to see if you like it. Well, let's play some SKALD Against the Black Priory. We got some Lovecraftian horror RPG going on here. I'm going to update my stream status. Nobody else is even playing this currently, so this should be interesting. Don't be alarmed, I found a 9mm round under my cabinet. I mean, what? Does that mean you just technically found like $3? I have no idea how much ammunition costs nowadays, but God, ammunition always seems like it's so flippin' expensive. There we go. Check out this retro look, yeah! It's about 50 cents. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's kind of like, oh my God, guys. Or wait. I found an egg. I just saved myself 20 bucks. All right. Now, I have some old saves. We're going with this one so that we know this is the streaming variety. We chose when I was doing a preview of this before that we were playing the Bard class. Nothing in there. If I press 3, then I can go into stealth, put you see through. Percentage lets you know whether or not the enemies see you or not. You can hit torches and stuff in order to turn them on and off. You emerge onto the ship's lower deck. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you become aware of a hulking figure standing in the shadows. "Dracor, here at last," growls a rough voice. "Who's there? Show yourself." "It's Roland. Where the tides have you been?" Let's see here. "Below deck, planning our landing. Why?" Or, "Why are you skulking around?" "Mind your own fucking business. What's going on?" Let's go. "Below decks, planning our landing. Why?" "The island is in sight, but the damn guilders refuse to land. They want to turn back. If we turn back, then we lose our shot at the girl." Okay, so part of this, it will be explained later, but we're trying to get to this island in order to save a gal of noble status. And no one gets paid. Listen here. I know our boys better than most. We hired them to go to Idra and kill. Which Idra? The main island, which is where we're trying to go to. If we don't pay them, things will go badly. But the sailors are bloody terrified. They claim something is hunting us. Let's see here. Let's go for all the good it will do. Wait. There are a few sailors up ahead, rattled as a pair of rabbits. We're not here to make friends, if that's what you're suggesting. Is there a way past them? No, I'm gonna say it's like... Yeah, we could say if we can get past them. There are 2 doors ahead. Take the left, and we should be able to sneak past them without any trouble. Anything else I should know? Let's just get off this bloody boat. Sounds good. There's my first party member. Roland falls in behind you. All right. Add new party. Press Q or the character's portrait to swap the party leader. The current leader's attributes are used for the tests outside of combat, such as awareness or stealth. Familiarize yourself with the attributes and abilities of your party members and have the right character take the lead depending upon the circumstances. A new member joins your party and they want to level up. Level up icon, gotta click on that. Let's see here. I thought I just had to click on that. Is that? Maybe not. Oh, yeah. I'm already leveling up, never mind. Okay, so he is an arms master. He's gonna be basically the frontline warrior. We can get a few abilities here to start things off. But as for the weapon, melee accuracy, we've got archery, axe, club, sword, two-handed. I've liked the two-handed sword, but it only goes to the second. Granted, this will translate over to others. Bonus blades. Oh, this just gives, okay, two-handed expert versus a single-hand expert. I think a two-hander is a much better way to go. So let's put that in there. It's here. We'll at least get some initial things going here. Smash charger, nah. Vicious, 2% crit chance. Multi-attack. Gain extra attack per turn. Yeah, that's gonna be huge. Character must be at least level 5 to start into this next line. Second wind. Heals 5 to 15 on self. Kinda nice, but you know, it'd be better just to smash through things. Damage. Cleave, killing an opponent is in a heavy melee. It restores 1 attack. So I suppose this allows me to pick between any particular weapons that I want. I'm not looking for the bow. It could be an axe or a sword, but I think the swords are the most common. So it's better just to go with blades. Yeah. I'm gonna start with this, and we're just going two-hander, baby. All in. He's already equipped with one anyway, along with a few other things. Pick up some fish. What's in this chest? Oop. There we go. I forgot what button did what. What is this thing? Oh, grindstone. Notes scrawled in crude letters. Cook, I cannot stand another meal of salted fish. There's a limit to how much a man can live on salt, potatoes, and Kirkland. Take head or get a dagger in the eye, you cheap bastard. Really, they're done with the fish. But yeah, there's crafting, cooking station. It's based on your crafting skill. Select different things that you want. It gives a certain amount of points. If you're able to rest, so your difficulty of 10, but it's +1 for me. Attributes, crafting +1, crafting +1. So it doesn't matter. Either one of us is gonna cook at the same level. Oh, crafted 2, nice. So I beat the skill check. Action buttons also map to the miracle buttons. While stealth mode, stealth indicator becomes visible. A yellow indicator means you're in danger of being spotted. While your indicator is yellow, it will count down to 0%. When it reaches 0, you are spotted and will become visible. Moving in lit areas, being close to other characters will make the counter go down very fast. Stick to the shadows, avoid other characters. Spending time in green areas will fill your meter. So as you can see, I was in yellow, now I got to green. So now I'm green, my percentage goes back up. Okay, here we go. With anything locked, you can try to pick it, you can try to force it. Let's go with pick. Nice. Recognize the corpse of one of the crewmates, a young man barely 16 called Sulam. The youth has been mauled to death by what you were assuming grotesquely altered rats you encountered just minutes ago. The corpse is still warm. Gonna loot all those potions. There's a fine dagger. Surgeon's journal. Ah, there we go. Yep. So you can read through it. Find some details if you need it, but nah. The lantern. Probably better if he has a lantern as well. Pick it. Failed. I lost one of my thieving tools because of that. That time I unlocked it. Masterwork short sword. Oh, that's a big deal. +1 accuracy, 2 to 7 damage rather than 1 to 2 damage. Woof. That's what I'm talking about. Get me a buckler too, so I got +1 to dodge. Makes me harder to hit. Let's see, the sailors stare at you wide-eyed and terrified. I moved around too much and they spotted me. Dead Emperors! It's coming for us! It whispers to me! One of them draws the weapon with shaking hands. I could yell at them or try to do a diplomacy check, which I'm gonna try to do. 5 plus a 2d6. I have to roll a 5 or above in order to get out of this situation. And I rolled a 7. Cool. So I succeeded. I avoid that scenario, and I also get some experience points if I remember correctly, because you are incentivized to try to make your skill checks, and you'll be able to get more experience and rewards that way. The men stop dead in their tracks, seemingly shocked back from their momentary lapse of sanity by your words. The pair blinks towards you in a moment of indecision and stumbles up to the main deck and the tumult that seems to be taking place there. 100 experience! You emerge onto the deck and see two groups of men facing each other with weapons drawn. The ship shakes violently in the grip of the storm as lightning tears across the sky. Amidst the din of the storm and their frantic arguments, you bellow for the attention of the assumed crewmen and mercenaries. Both the ship's captain and the leader of the mercenaries you hired, a coarse thug of a man named Estavo, turn their attention to you. They look ready to use unsheathed swords in their hands at the slightest provocation. Alright, let's address the mercenary leader first. Ship's mercenary Estavo flicks his dark eyes to you, but keeps his blade fixed on the...
Wrong channel.
Oh my god. Dis, you got me! It's like, what? Alright. Estavo flicks his dark eyes to you, but keeps his blade fixed on the desperate captain. There's a reason he's known as Fireblood to his men. Estavo, you'll get your money, but let me handle this. A cruel smile twitches into life on Estavo's wind-weathered face. There's only one rich noble girl, but we can always find more sailors. The ship's captain bristles at those words. Captain, why have we not dropped anchor? Something dire stalks these shores we cannot approach without risking the ire of that terror. A jittery mutter of agreement rises from the sailors, causing Estavo's eyes to darken even further. What horror? What have you seen? Not but glimpses. My men have seen the shadow of something deep in the water stalking us. Nothing natural moves like that. Estavo glares murderously at the captain. Let's see here. You renege on our deal based on a glimpse, or fool superstition, take us in now. Estavo, do as you wish. It's like, let's see here. You renege on the deal based on a glimpse? There's desperation in the captain's voice. We are seasoned sailors. We do not balk at shadows. You need to be alive to rescue this girl you speak of. We're out of time. Sail us in or argue the point with Estavo. You speak sense, perhaps it is better for us to turn around, or Estavo, have at it. I think it's the out of time. We're out of time. Sail us in or argue the point with Estavo. Estavo turns his steely gaze from you to the captain. Let me spell this out for you, sea dog. We're contracted to rescue the girl. But if you don't get us to the shore, we'll gut you for free. The mercenaries you hired all ship their weight in anticipation of making good on that promise. Captain, he's right. Do what you were hired to do, or Estavo, convince the man. Nah, I'm gonna talk to the captain. Something changes in the captain's expression. He stands tall. I will not order my ship and my men to certain doom. We shall not get any closer to the coast while I have command. Well, I'm gonna go for the diplomacy. We're gonna see. I believe you, but my contract with these men does not mention your survival. I have to roll a 5. All right, rolled an 11. Sweet. When you succeed, you bring glory upon thy ancestors. If you, the ship's crew, lower their weapons, the captain's eyes flit between you and Estavo's murderous grin. He sheaths his blade and speaks softly, his voice barely audible over the snapping sails. So be it. May the deep have mercy. You gain 300 experience. Suddenly, huge, monstrous tentacles burst forth from the water around the ship. For a split second before the terror sets in, you wonder what Estavo must be thinking as the murderous monstrosities loom over him. After reaching their full height, the tentacles curve inward and smash into the ship. Some pierce straight through the deck, others snap the mast like they were matchsticks. You stand frozen in place. Through a haze of splintered wood and panicked screams, you notice Roland. He throws himself out of the way of the tentacle, but begins to fall overboard as the ship lurches once more. Let's see, I'm gonna go to Roland's aid. You dash towards the ship's fractured rail, dodging holes in the deck and wounded men beseeching you for help. Roland hangs by one arm from the side of the ship. You're gonna try to grab him. You lunge for Roland's arm, but he loses his grip, and your fingers close only around thin air. You missed him by an inch. He falls wordlessly downwards. You watch as he is swallowed by the raging sea. The ship is listing fatally, and you see a great tentacle high above you, poised for the coup de grace. Abandon ship! As you jump, you hear the terrible rending of wood giving in to flesh. The impact of the water winds you. The waves pummel you down. The currents beseech you to go deeper, ever deeper. Peaceful blackness. All right, good game. 2 weeks earlier. All right, now we go over the character story. We're in the barren estate. Come here, whelp. So I'm gonna go ahead and save, because I can, and it's good to have mini saves. An aging armored man in the livery of House Baron stands and scowls at you. Eyes like cold pepper out from a craggy face, fringed top and bottom with wild white hair. Return his challenging stare. The older man crosses his massive arms, steps forward, and leans towards you. So, young sellsword, come looking for a scrap, have you? Though his voice is full of gravel, there's now a glint in his eyes, as though the old coals have begun to warm up. Oh, thanks for the keys, Lawless. Kidion, you old fool. A single bark of laughter emanates from the dense beard as he embraces you in a crushing bear hug. Kidion may be older and grayer, but from the force of his hug, you don't reckon you'd have any more of a chance of beating him now as you did when you were 12 years old. Hello! Go easy, your old boar. It's good to see some things haven't changed. Yeah, let's go easy, old boar. Kidion steps back and allows you to breathe again before grabbing you by the shoulders. We heard of your father's passing. Truly, he sits with the golden dead now. Tell me, how did he die? Let's just say inglorious battle. Kidion's eyes narrow. Then the old warrior died a fitting death. Kidion is quiet for a moment, then breaks into a grin. We'll raise a cup to his name together, you and I. Soon as you're done with Kato and I can rustle up some ale fit for a guest. Master Kato will chew your ear plenty when you see him. Lyra, the new Master at Arms, awaits you by the main entrance. She'll escort you, and don't ask her not to. If you think I had a temper. The joke fails to hide the note of anxiety in the bristled guard's voice. Let's see here. Let's see if I can... Oh boy. I must roll a 10 or higher. Yeesh. Come on. Oh, I rolled an 8. I won't betray my master's confidence by saying more. Best you see him yourself. The man offers a smile but fades to iron out the concerned creases around his eyes. Very well, I'll go look for the Master at Arms. If you want to explore for old time's sake, take this lantern. Lord Baron will wait, and we don't want you getting lost again. Whatever may come to pass, it did this old warrior a barrel of good to see you again, my boy. The old man slaps you on the shoulder in parting, almost knocking you off your balance, and he seems to remember something as he leans in conspiratorially. Oh, my damn knees are acting up again. Can't hardly sleep on the account of the aches, let me tell you. Take an arrow in the leg any day. If you're going over the kitchen later for a bit of grub, a bottle of brandy from the wine cellar would make me happy, man. Sounds good. But first, don't keep Lyra waiting any longer. Talk to her first, and I'll be here for later. Like to highlight. Nothing here. Too worried about going that way. A woman stands before the main entrance to the villa. Her posture speaks of a graceful, coiled power, that of a dueling ace. No doubt she is the new Master at Arms for House Baron. As you approach, she offers a quick, neat bow, just low enough to be respectful. Master Kato welcomes you to House Baron. The Master is eager to meet with you, and is ready at your leisure. However, if you wish to refresh yourself first, he suggests you visit the kitchen for some food and then perhaps walk the grounds and the gardens. Alright, very well, I'll explore a bit. Excellent. Well, I'm sure you still know your way around the gardens. The kitchen is in the building to the east, and the garden and hedge maze to the west. Come back and check with me once you've stretched your legs. I remember a little bit of this. Alright. You stand before the gate of the hedge mage. It stirs old feelings of both dread and elation. Sounds and smells of the estate grounds as they were long ago, call to you from distant memory. You feel you can easily plunge into their depths. Let's see here. Which daydream is it this time? Are you valiantly defending me from rebels again? Embla throws a pine at you, snapping you in your periphery. She's 10 years old and you're a year her senior. Let's play hide and seek in the maze. Only my mother ever calls me that, Embla says, frowning. Where did you hear from? Before you can reply, she flings another pine cone at you and darts off into the maze. You hear a man's voice yell Embla's name again, much closer now. Either way, she's lost to you in the winding passages of the hedge maze. So, we're gonna do a little hedge maze. Something so simple. You stand at the center of the maze. It feels much less impressive than you remember. The ornamental pond was once an ocean, the rock at its heart, a windswept island. You found me, daydreamer. You remember the tone of her voice, and you can almost see the impish 10-year-old girl wading through the pond. Why do you always come here? I like the water. It's so calm. Embla shoots you a mischievous look. You notice the faintest tang of ozone. She makes a slow motion hop through the water, her fingers trailing the pond surface where water and skin meet. Strange colors bleed and spread across the surface. There's so much story and dialogue. I forgot how much there was when I just read through this before. So much of this is just kind of general background, though. It's kind of like, oh, hey, you met a old childhood friend. Just kind of reminiscing on things, giving you an update to the story about how you're making an attachment to the girl, and you're going to be hired to go find her. I say, I'm quite lost. Kind of going through all of it just to explore, I guess. Alright, let's get over to the pantry, grab some food. Oh, and there's recipes and stuff you can pick up from being around here, too. Alright, let's see here. Leave that one. They've got nothing to say, nothing to say. Got a lantern. So we got a couple lanterns. Boy, look at all that brandy. I'll loot that brandy. Nice, get some cured hams. Get out of the basement here. Turn in these hams. I have your medicine. I guess to say is like, you're not very grateful for it. All right. Yeah, maybe she'd join me. Let's go see the master. I prefer to go alone. Wait. So go inside here and then... Craftsman is stunning, but the sight of the two women depicts, fills you with sadness. The mistress of the house. Oh yeah, here we go. Got two different passageways. Random books. Alright. There's a bunch of skill books and everything, but I can't learn anything yet. Soon though. Lyra clears her throat behind you. Not that way, if you don't mind. The master's office lies through here. Mind if I look around a little bit? Don't intend to keep him waiting. Besides, there is no need for you to disturb the servants in their tasks. I'll be silent as the night. Just for a fraction of a second, as if sensing something beyond just your perception. Then her eyes narrow and a mischievous smile plays across her features. Through the dining hall lies the hearth. A beast lurks there. I wager you cannot make your way past the servants in the dining room and sneak up on the beast without being noticed. Oh yeah? What shall we wager? We'll decide that once we see if you can be as quiet as you claim. The dining hall and hearth lies ahead, and mind your steps. I'll only give you one chance. One chance, she says. The room around you lies silent and seemingly empty, save the crackling of burning logs. The fire casts a dim light and dancing shadows. A single goblet stands half empty on a small table. Lyra's warm breath on your ear startles you as she whispers near imperceptibly. We have walked into a trap. The beast has laid an ambush for us. Can you sense him preparing to strike? Hair stand up on your neck. If it is from latent danger or something else, you cannot tell. No, do not look, she whispers louder now. Close your eyes. Let your sensing be the absence of action. Become empty for the ambience to flow into you. Now, is he to our right or to our left side? I have to roll a 3 or above. And I roll an 8. Nice. You whirl around to the right, Grasping instinctively at the weapon that isn't hanging by your side, blood rushes to your head and your mouth goes dry. The figure standing in the shadows behind you is laden with the promise of violence. In the corner of your eye, you register Lyra biting her lip in gleeful anticipation. The figure's slow laugh has a texture of an avalanche as he slowly emerges from the shadows. You'd be dead either way, but at least you get a chance to see the blade. Lyra laughs and pats Roland on the shoulder. I present to you Roland Greyeye, a man you should pray to always fight alongside and never against. Roland offers a large, battle-worn hand, and his grasp is surprisingly soft as you clasp it. You realize he's making an effort not to harm you with the gesture. Good to see I'm not alone in waiting on the rich and noble. His mouth contorts into something resembling a smile. The old teacher. Lyra leads you back through the dining wall. A slight sense of urgency has crept into her step. Wait, what about the wager? A wager? Very well. What is a fitting prize for such a feat? Well, it could definitely make it fun to go for a kiss. I think I did that last time, and I don't think anything happens. But let's see if she can teach me something. Attempt to grab it. Despite several attempts, you failed to snatch the coin from her. You failed because you were waiting for the right moment to strike. Instead, you must strike in the void between moments. Ponder this. Now let's get going. Oh, okay. Not much of a change on that one either. Should have gone for the kiss. Baron sits tall in a tasteful but modest reception room. He looks less imposing than you remember, with a few more crow's feet. Nonetheless, he's lost none of his composure or air of casual authority. Yeah, why have you summoned me? Talks about the fact that's like, help me find my daughter. Help return her home where she belongs. What's happened to her? She left without notice to the outer isles of Hydra. She went of her own free will. At the time, I thought little of it. Since then, however, there have been no reports. There have been reports, grave ones. No one and no word has left Hydra in days. Rumor has it that the Imperial augurs are in the dark. I know not how this touches the fate of my daughter, but she must be returned to me one way or another. Something has been building in her for years, an aptitude of sorts. But I suspect you knew. In any case, it's grown much stronger lately and drives her in ways I cannot understand. I suspect she is looking for answers. But what am I to do? Hire mercenaries, travel to Hydra, begin your search in the port of Horin. From there, I trust you to do what needs to be done. Spare no cost, just bring back my daughter.
No, 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 no. Wait.
No, 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 no. Wait. Exactly, Dis. Alright, this is why I've summoned Roland Greyeye. Yep, met him just before meeting you. Let's see here. But, I accept for Embla's sake. For the sake of the girl that left and went to the island, I will go to try to help her. Let's just go on with it. Like, shake his hand and leave. Alright, now we're back to the ship. Or the fact that it is 2 weeks later. Let's level up. Plus 3 vitality, plus 3 attunement. For the first time in your life, you are overcome with a sense of purpose. The path ahead will undoubtedly be difficult, but you are certain it is one you are supposed to take. So we got 3 points. Probably be good if I got the spells. Get our casting. Sight Behold, Fire Sprite, what are these ones? Targets all allies on battlefield, grants clarity of the mind, +2 intellect, +2 presence. What is intellect? Analytical skill. Fire Sprite. Targets any opponent anywhere on the field. 1 to 4 magical damage. That's kind of nice in its own way. Lifting Loot. Cascade. Targets all allies. AoE. Gives them Inspire. Oh! Yeah, +2 to melee, or +2 melee and range to hit. Light, please. Cast light on them. Targets all opponents on a line. Lesser blindness. -1 agility and -6 awareness. Well, it'll definitely be nice in order to get Fire Sprite and then Lifting Loot. Or Lifting 2. Alright, so. Slowly you drag yourself from the cold water onto the relative safety of solid rock. You try and fail to stagger forwards as exhaustion washes over you in a great black wave. Oblivion takes you before you hit the rocky ground. You're awoken by a cacophonous cries of ghouls circling you. Your body is a mass of pain and exhaustion, covered in 1,000 cuts and scrapes. The large white birds gather around you in eager anticipation. What a magnificent feast your bloated corpse would make. Not today. Minutes or perhaps hours pass as you lay unmoving, trying desperately to will some warmth back into your body. Finally, you manage to force your eyes open. By some miracle, you're not only alive, but you find yourself on the shores of the cursed island of Idra. Strewn around you is the wreckage of the Zephyr. You see no other survivors. Lest you find equipment and companions soon, you may have cheated death in vain. Character is critically injured. This means you have taken enough damage to reduce both your vitality and wounds. Yeah, if your green bar goes empty and you start taking purple bar damage, you start getting wounds. And they can cascadely inhibit your performance. Vitality is easily lost and easily regained. It won't be so easy to get rid of a wound. Injuries confer serious penalties to your character, can only be removed by resting. You can also rest inns when you find them. Here, spot that, got a couple gold. Let me go ahead and go into stealth just in case there's anything around. Wading out of the freezing surf, you lose your footing on the slick stones and fall heavily to the ground. There's a sudden blur of movement in the corner of your eye, and as you frantically try to get to your feet, you slip again. Standing before you on a large rock is a young woman dressed in a nautical gilded livery. Wet auburn hair clings to her face in the cold wind. Badgie's balls! I was sure I was the only one to make it to shore. The woman leaps from the rocks and helps you back on your feet. Licking you up and down, she fetches a wineskin from her belt and offers it to you. The skin is nearly empty, save for a last mouthful of brandy. You drink it down greedily, and slowly you feel a modicum of warmth creep into your bones. You recognize the one woman's face now. She must have served on the Zephyr. What's her name? Katiana is my name. Jakor, have you watched K-Pop Demon? Yes, I have. I have watched it, Dis. K-Pop Hunters is really good. The crew calls me Kat, or rather they did, I suppose. She looks up and down the beach with a furrowed brow. Listen, you have to get up. We need to get off this beach before you freeze, or worse.
Goo goo gaga.
Oh God, not... Jesus Christ, not his goo goo gaga. That is stupid. Good old Sasha boys. Idol song was pretty good. There's something wrong about this place. Can't you feel it? Like a taste in your mouth. And there are beasts. Huge sea creatures I ain't never seen before. I saw them dragging the dead crewmen into a cave west of here. At least I hope they were dead. We need supplies and shelter first. There might be salvage to be among the wreckage on the beach. I also think I spotted the chimney of a house just north of the cliffs. A warm fire and food would go a long way. Kat offers you a hand. She drags you to your feet. She looks pensively towards the west. Also, as I said, there's a cave west of here. I think the crabs dragged off most of the corpses there, but what if? What if they're not all dead? Might be other survivors like you and me. What's more, there's a chance one of the officers was carrying the seal when the boat sank. If we find it, the Nautical Guild would give anything to have it returned to them. Captain Seal. It's a medallion of sorts that is carried on every guild vessel. It's not just for show either. They say the seals are forged by the Magi and that they have secret powers, but I don't know anything about that. All I know is that the guild pays well to have one returned if a ship is ever lost. It's always worn by one of the officers, but I don't think the captain had it on him when the fight broke out. Might have been the first mate who's carrying it, and I think he's still alive when the ship sank. So, I would say that the cave to the west is where we should start looking. You ready to go? Let's go! Good, I found this bow among the cargo crate. We'd best find you a weapon too as soon as possible. I suspect we'll need it before long. Together you begin to move off the beach towards the whatever darkness dwells in the island's interior. Let's level up first. Kate reaches level 2, plus 3 vitality. And she gets the same spiel. For once you feel like you have purpose in your life. Alright, she's got thievery as well. But for her thievery, she actually has it to help out with lockpicks and everything else. Yeah, we go on backstabber. Let's do thievery. Increase stealth and thievery. Look at that initial backstab. Increase backstab, increase initiative. Light armor use? Oh, reduced encumbrance, so there's less of a penalty when you're wearing light armor. Yes. All right. Suit this body. There's a club, checkered tunic in gold. Not the button I wanted. Club is better than nothing. A glass bead? Alright. A ration. Okay, got that so that we can use food when we go to sleep. About trying to do an athletics check just to crawl up the edge of the cliff. So old shears and buttons? I bet that's just trash type of items. Yeah, 5 gold, 1 gold, 2 gold. Yeah, they're just general trinkets for sale. Let's loot that. Short sword! Say short sword's gonna be better. Yes. Better in many ways. Actually, here's a bit of a question. Okay, she's using a crude club. So let's go ahead and give her an actual club so that she doesn't lack any actual to hit chance. Alright, let's see this guy. A lanky man with skin like sun-dried leather stares slack-jawed at you. He's dressed in rags and with a wide-brimmed hat and a large bundle of scraps slung over his shoulder. Do Basilo's eyes deceive him? More ghosts? Or did the sea spit you back out alive? Not many are that lucky. Your eyes fall on the crudely spiked club that hangs on his belt. Who are you? Basilo makes his living picking at what the mother of maelstroms does not swallow. And it's been rich pickings as of late. Crates and barrels and even the odd fleshy morsel. The man bears a row of blackened teeth in what you assume is a smile. Rich pickings? Listen here, Basilo has a proposal for you. The man smiles in greedy anticipation. Shore's bursting with bounty today. Man can make a fortune if he sets his mind to it. Better yet, no need for Basilo to risk his hide. You seem fit enough, and I've got coin. I'll buy whatever you bring me. Might even be a piece or two to sell if you're interested. Just beware them clippers. Oh, I bet he means the giant crabs. Aye, crabs and critters and such. Growing large and strange this time of year. Get your leg in their clippers and they'll lob it off. So, best be careful. But not to worry, Basilo's always given them the laugh. Even when he was wee, must have just been big back then, though it doesn't really feel that way. The old man brows furrow. For a moment he's lost deep in thought. In any case, Basilo is warming his bones up the old abandoned farmhouse right behind us. Find me there. All right, we'll see. We're just immediately right there. The small farm is overgrown and derelict and appears to be abandoned. At one point you mused this must have been a quaint place, a good spot to raise a family perhaps. Suddenly, as if summoned by your thoughts, the faint but unmistakable sound of child's laughter is carried on the wind. The sound is oddly distorted with the sound echoing quality, and for some reason it chills you to your bones. The sound is interrupted by a woman's cry of pain or perhaps sorrow. A woman sits in the grass ahead of you with the well looming over her. She's emancipated, ragged, and covered in grime. How long has she been sitting here? Days? Weeks? She rocks back and forth, almost catatonic. Then suddenly you hear it again. The clear sound of playful children's laughter rises from the well. The woman wails. My children. What's happened? It took them. Called out to them. I heard it. Funny thing is, I heard it calling with my voice. Oleg and Anja live in the well now. They're calling for me to join them. Can I help? It will never stop. It will multiply until it covers all the lands and all the seas, and we are all dead in bones. The conqueror mold will dress our corpses in black mourning veils. Her voice is flat and monotone, and the strange words almost seem to come from somewhere else. She then lets out a deep sigh. But if I had my children's bones to bury, it would give me some respite. A moment of silence, and the sickening sounds of children's laughter once again rises from the well. I don't know, is it too early to try to go down over there? Alright, you only live once. The well seems ordinary enough until you examine it more closely. A thin layer of slimy black mold seems to cling to its walls, and a heavy odor of filth rises from its depths. You could swear you heard something splash around in the shallow waters. A ladder has been placed in the well shaft, and you could easily descend if you wanted to. Let's go. Alright, we're sinking around some water. As you descend deeper into the earthly cave, you realize that the black mold covers most of the walls. Even the air is thick with floating black specks. Here and there, the mold seems to form modules. Your mind fills with images of the nodules bursting open in an obscene mockery of birth and black, worm-like tendrils of mold spilling forth into the world. An irrational urge to touch the nodes begins to grow inside you. Let's move on. Perhaps it's the thickness of the air, or the sickly miasmas that fill. Hey, Wyatt! What are you doing clapping? Don't clap those! Okay. Slept through a band practice? Uh-oh. That can't be good. Yo, Ish! There it is. Got a raid and run, sounds good. Thanks for the raid. Hello, raiders. Hello, random. Now, I don't know how much you guys might find this interesting. Where did your money go? I don't know. And thanks for the first time chat there, Kratos.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Oh, I'll gladly hydrate. I've been reading a lot. So, earlier, we were playing Against the Storm. It didn't seem like anybody's really interested in that. I was going to be playing this tomorrow, but I decided to play it today just to see what everybody thought of it. Now, this game is SKALD, Against the Black Priory. It is basically like an old Lovecraftian type of RPG. So you have a bit of a party, you have a lot of psychological horror going through it. Time to drown me? I hope not. So I've been kind of reading through the text on some of the interesting matters as we go.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Gladly hydrate. But yeah, tell me what's been going on over in Ish's stream, guys. In the meantime, I'll be reading. Perhaps it's the thickness of the air, or the sickly miasmas that fill this part of the cave, but stars flash before your eyes. Your mind is assaulted with images of alien landscapes. Cities? No, giant living structures. Almost like the coral that the traders from the sea gates sometimes peddle, but large. So large it almost touches the sky. Then you see it. The structures themselves writhe with obscene life. Innumerable black worm-like tendrils of black mold cover them. They beckon you. Give in to them. Let them take hold. In the sky above you, something massive shifts. I'm gonna carry on. I'm not giving in to that. Also, if you missed my chat, I sent the progress in the art chat. Oh, you did? I'll go take a look real quick. Let's see here. Oh, nice tree. That's pretty badass. Okay, we're going into stealth. We're gonna move in further. Oh boy. That's more than just mold. You feel as if you're dragged under and into the crushing blackness to unfathomable depths. Stars flash before your eyes again, and you once more see the impossible landscapes. Cyclopean edifices of writhing black shapes, an age of worms. You understand now. This is not some alien dreamscape. This is Wardra. This is home. Wardra, the planet upon which you find yourself. Noticeable for the presence of the reticulum, the dominant ruling power of the Gallian Empire. Okay. You can tell where all four you can tell where all four sections are as well if you look long enough. Oh, okay. I'll take another look here after a bit. And you are a high priest, the god regent of a perfect world. And now it is time. The sky sunders. Seven eyes see. It comes. Give yourself to it.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
We're gonna try to use some willpower and carry on. Gotta roll a 3 or higher. Come on! Oh, good. We rolled an 8. Gathering all of your willpower, you wrest back control of your faculties and forge ahead. On the wall ahead, you spot a festering ganglion of black ichor with 2 small human skulls leering from it. The mass of glistening black, the mass of glistening mold pulsates with a grotesque peristaltic motion as you approach it. Embedded in it is a collection of small animal bones. Nonetheless, you have no problems identifying 2 complete small human skeletons. Grab them. One by one, you pry loose the bones from the writhing of the ganglion. Its motions become more and more agitated as you work, and a wave of relief washes over you as the last piece comes loose. Now you must make your way out of this death trap. The 2 diminutive shapes materialize as if from the very walls themselves, bodies alive with writhing mold. Their black, idiotic faces stare up at you in a grotesque imitation of life. Your blood runs cold as organs that should never shape human voices spill forth the sound of children laughing. A loud shriek escapes from the horrors, and in a maelstrom of writhing blackness, the 2 pathetic creatures reshape into lean forms that tower over you. They do not intend to let you leave. Alright, let's try athletics to dash past them and escape. Gotta roll an 8 or higher.
Well, that's f***ing ominous.
Oop, we rolled a 5, we didn't make it. You attempt to slip past the monstrosities, but they have you boxed in. The only way out now is through them. Stand your ground. To the last. So we got Mold Childs. Alright. We choose the beginning sections of our fight here. Let's probably put there, and then we'll leave her there. Begin combat. All right. The first one here. Assume. It's been a little while since I played this. All right, we're behind it, and then attack. 4 piercing damage. Ooh, 5 blunt. Actually, it'd almost be better if I kind of came up and stabbed him from the back. Let's try. We'll go. Oh wait, if I move out of the way, he'll attack me, but you know what? Disengage. Ooh. Oh, I can't. Oh, I forgot about that. That takes up a turn. Let's inspire. Critical hit. 14 damage and injured the head. Backstab. It says backstab, but you know. Ooh, injured the torso. Oh my god, she's almost dead already. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's swap. Shifting. Oh no, I missed. Oh good, she got with arrow. Oh man, they tore me up. Rot mold. All right, we talk back to the lady. The skeletal figure of Marita sits in front of the well, rocking silently back and forth. I have your children's bones. Marita looks up at you and blinks as if waking from a dream. Without a word, she gingerly takes the small bundle of bones in her arms, and as if it was a swaddled infant, she cradles it for a moment and then looks up at you with grateful eyes. She gently strokes your cheek once and then returns and wanders into the fog. You set her free. Falling to your knees, you retch violently. If it is from the conqueror mold or the emotional moment, you can't quite tell. Kneeling in the grass, you notice a satchel lying where Martita was kneeling. You get a feeling it was left there for you. Slowly you regain your composure and get to your feet. Stumbling away from the wall, you suddenly stiffen. Did you hear something? A child's voice, perhaps? Or was it just the wind? Got our cookbook. Gold ring, cure disease. Take a look at that cookbook. So that gives us new recipes. Stiffen? Ayo! Alright, let's go to the house. Beds and inns. Keep an eye out for beds and inns. Rest in while adventuring. Doing so is superior to sleeping in the wild. While resting at an inn or in a bed, you have the option to manage your party. Yep, we'll be seeing more people like this across in the future. We'll use this and we can make some food. Make some vegetable soup. Wait, what does she have for... Injured torso, -1 strength. What are her attributes? She has better crafting than my main character, though the main character doesn't have much. But I did level up. Level 3. Every step forward is worth celebrating, no matter how small. Keep going, and soon the path behind you will be longer than the path ahead. Oh, and leveling up just instantly heals you completely back up to full. Increase backstab damage, increase initiative, evasive. Disengaging from melee does not cause you to give up your turn. It's always nice. I kind of want to get the evasive so that I'm not gonna have that. I don't have enough points yet. I'll do that next level. Increase diplomacy. Maybe here. Piercing damage. Let's put this on so I don't take a penalty to light armor. Let's have her craft and see. All right, just got one. Two. Nice. Got quite a few vegetable soups there. There's the one who cheated Mother Maelstrom and loaded the trinkets for old Basilo, perhaps. There might be some fine coin in it for you. The old man shakes his worn leather pouch at you that clinks with the sound of coins. Stay as long as you like. Just don't drink the water in the well. Yeah, we just kind of experienced that one. The fireplace casts a warm glow across the piles of old fish bones, broken furniture, and strange trinkets that litter the ruined home. Basilo hums contentedly to himself. Let's trade. Oh man, got some pretty crude equipment here. Oh, got a basic shield though. Don't care about that. Checkered clothing isn't really gonna be much of anything. The gold ring? Oh, it's worth a lot more when he's selling it. Cure disease probably be good. That's basically a mana potion. Oh, we got just poor old trinkets here. Let's see here. We've got 59 gold in total. He wants 20 for the shield. Yeah, I think I'm kind of interested in at least getting that shield. How much for the lantern? Nah, I don't think I need a lantern yet. Well, actually, I'm going into that cave. I will need that lantern. You can try to steal things by doing a skill check with that as well. But you can certainly have some penalties if you fail. Oh, wait a minute. Chest ahead of you is wet and covered with seaweed. It also looks familiar. Instantly you realize this is your luggage from the Zephyr. It had been stowed too well to get to during the mutiny, but by some miracle, it made it to the shore where it must have been salvaged. Better yet, the combination lock remains sound, meaning that the contents of the chest is still likely unmolested. You best not be getting any ideas with my property, little fishy. It's like, I think you mean my property? What old Mother Maelstrom saw fit to bequeath upon me, eyes keeps. Basilo's eyes narrows as he fiddles with the strap of his club. Then again, that's not to say I might be willing to make a deal with you. What do you have in mind? See, here's this man, a stargazer he is. Came here a few days ago, perched himself on that cliff right over there. Basilo points to the cliff that rises over the beach to the east. Thing is, he was carrying something I can hardly put into words. It's like a tube with glass in it that you can see, or that you can use to look at the stars and such. Oh, a telescope. Aye, that's what he called it. Old Basilo would love to have it if you could get your way up there to where he made camp. There's meaning in the stars you see, old wisdom and such. And don't fret, Basilo saw big old fat crows circling near the camp. I'll bet Basilo's eye that the stargazer is dead and rotten and his telescope's just there waiting to be salvaged. Let's see if he'll just be nice and hand over my stuff with a good diplomacy check. Yay! I won! What's he got? Basilo looks surprised and stutters incoherently. What you mean? That just cause she made you live? Now you're somehow entitled to Basilo's treasures? The man's eyes tear up. There's truth in that. Basilo knows it in his bones. Pox on you, there's truth in it. Fine. Have your bleeding box. Basilo goes to sulk in the corner. Rapier, noble's boots, hat, nose. That's all my stuff? Oh, I had a lot better shit than that. Well, rapier looks good. As for the short sword, she'd actually probably benefit a fair bit from that. Oops. Oh yeah, that's a lot better than what she had. Hat and a noble's outfit. Wait. Oh yeah, that's just rags. We're decked out in noble gear. What do you need help with, Sophie? What does she have? She has to check her tunic as well. Okay. And she's pretty beat up, so we better rest. Use it to feed the party and select camp activities for the party members before resting. Do you think you can write a line on the chat? Like an important line? Write a line on the chat? What do you mean by an important line? Like a quote of some sort? Or... Okay. How about that? It's a general quote I like to go by. Fully recovered from injuries, your party members must be well fed. Normally 10 points of food is required per party member to be healed up to 100%. No problem, Sophie. Add food from the inventory. All food has different levels of things. And you can select what to do with your resting time. You can train to where you use your lore skill. You get a small amount of experience reward by meeting a difficulty check. You can forage for items, food. You can make hunting arrows. You can entertain, which that's usually what I like to do if you have good diplomacy. What I'll probably do with her is use crafting skill and try to make arrows. It's nice to have more crude arrows. And you need 20 food. So, got there. I don't want to use too much of this because I could end up actually using it to make something. Might be a bit extra, but I'd rather go this route. Successfully entertained. Cat is too heavily injured to do anything. Makes sense. Alright. But that means that people are motivated. +1 to initiative and +1 to willpower. Whoa, I didn't mean to go that far. I still want to explore the area. I like to suggest a slight variance to that line. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Yeah? That's definitely another way to take it. Something was wrong here on the island. Something really bad. Cat suppresses a shiver. You came here for a reason, right? With mercenaries and all? Had to ask something important. I was hired to find someone. Cat listens intently as you tell her about your quest. Yep, I'm looking for Embla. Embla Baron. She's last seen in the port city of Horin. So, that's basically what we're doing. To sum it all up, we're looking for her. You take it step by step. There's a lighthouse to the east. Any other suggestions? And something to the northern shore. Now you got the overmap, but I'm going back into the... Oh, I went back into the beginning area and immediately got caught in combat. Oh shit. I think if she's there, I'm there. I am move over one and then attack from the other side. Oh, that does not work out well. Yeah, I disengaged. Got a little bit of a downfall on it, but with that, you get backstabs. Wow, Dis, that was a lot louder. Just on the right side, though. Oh, she keeps missing. Oh! I don't have any health potions. Oh! She's knocked down. She is heavily injured. She gets back up, but damn, so much for that rest, eh? Oh! Blood-curdling howl hangs through the fog. Whatever its source is not far away and it sounds dangerous. Funny? I just ran into it. I need to take her back and do another rest again. So I wonder if there's any... Okay, more food items, that's good. Whoop. Ah! Oh! Well, this is not good. Can't come across there. Okay, I can start there. She can be back here. I'll go with this. We'll do fire sprite. Hit them with a bit of damage there. She at least has a bow and arrow. Nice. Go up here. Oh, missed the backstab. What? Double miss. There we go. You finished cleaning the room and oiled all your swords? Oh, that's quite the project. A body lies broken upon the ground, though it has been gnawed by hounds. It seems clear that this person fell or jumped from the cliffs above. Second update sent. The rest will be a secret. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Nice job on that, Random. You're a good artist. I'm way behind schedule on oiling my collection. Unk! Thank you, Unk! And Unk in one solid sweep goes through another daily dose of gifted subs. Holy shit, my man. Oh my god. Hello, Unk. Holy cow. The Crimson Delta. You're playing Mecha Break. What's Mecha Break? You know, after playing this today too, I don't know how much everybody likes me playing this so far. Maybe I might play, what was it? I was inspired to play another mecha game. A mech fighting game? All right, that makes sense. I mean, I'm trying to remember. Wait, I wrote that down. Oh, Armor Core. There we go. Maybe I might check out Armor Core. Wait, is it Armor Core or Armored Core? No, Armored Core 6. Yeah, I should probably do that tomorrow. Oh my god, the biddies! Goldsmell, oh, Jesus Christ. Unk! Thank you! You crazy lad! I don't know what I did to deserve this, but thank you. Thank you very much. You're very nice, Unk. I very much appreciate it, and I hope all is well. I'll always hope things are going well for you. How's everything else been going? What else you been up to? Hopefully your streams have been going well. $10K goal! Whoop whoop! All right, who's across in the? Wait, why did my? Holy crap! A whale shark! New record! Does that mean you're one of the leaderboards now? Like, are you one of the top ones now? We're gonna find out. Whoop, you're getting up there. Fucking love, Jeff! Let's see here. Oh, wait, Unk is back. Unk, you're actually in here with the blue whale. That's hilarious. But your new name is also still in there, but you are permanently, or no, well, not permanently, but you are in there for the long run. As Unk still. But you're ranked 7th in the top players so far. Nice job and good luck. Yeah, maybe we might try some Armored Core 6 or something tomorrow by some people's recommendation. It was scheduled to be playing this, but we ended up playing this today because a lot of people weren't necessarily interested in Against the Storm. Granted, seems like this one's okay, but people aren't like hugely interested in this either. But, I don't care. It's nice. It's still a good game. I love this. I've got another character that's much farther along, but it's far enough to where I'm not towards like endgame in any capacity. But this is definitely interesting. All right, let's go ahead and we'll rest. We're both too heavily injured to work, but you're a master fisherman. As long as you're a master fisherman and not a master baiter. do some trading. Hand over a couple things that are just completely useless for me. I've already gotten cookbook. It is night time. Well, it seems like let's go back down to the shore. And we'll work our way around back over to that dark cave, actually. There's more area over here to the right as well. Is there anything else here? Nope. Oh my god, Ankh! Ankh! Pay your rent! You mad lad! Oh! Zabitties! Why are you pelting me? You're more notorious than the enemies I'm trying to kill. Thank you, Ankh. You crazy man. Oh! Hey, there we go. He can't keep doing it. No! Don't do it! Don't do it, Ankh! You can be fishing for a little bit. Oh, alrighty, let's go. The stench of rotting flesh fills your nostrils. Ahead of you, grotesquely misshapen crustacean horrors feast greedily on the corpses of the dead crew of the Zephyr. Blasted horrors, cat spits through gritted teeth. What manner of force has spawned these creatures? You can set up combat. Looks like, okay, pathways are unobstructed that way, so this is fine. All right, let's begin combat. And we get the initial first strike. Nice. Double backstab, instantly killed. Booyah! Looks like I can get up over there, but let's go in the cave. Wait, why is it saying that random people are fishing? This is really, what? Why is it casting randomly and having various people fishing? Shouldn't that all be going over to Ankh? Like, Epic 108, they didn't do that. Or is that from the gifted subs? Oh, that's the gifted subs. Never mind. Okay. I was really confused from like, what? No way, don't rob him. Eons worth of sea's ravage upon the land has given birth to this cave. From its depths, a stench of seaweed and rotting flesh rises. So foul is it that it feels like some evil entity attempting to force its way through the pores of your skin into the core of your being. Toughness. Try not to vomit. Oh god, I gotta roll a 9 or above. Oh, I rolled an 8. Oh shit. Nauseous. Your breathing becomes rapid and shallow as your mind is flooded by the image of foul things in the darkness, feasting on spilling entrails of swollen sea corpses. The chamber around you spins and you vomit explosively. Feeling utterly empty, you regain your composure after a few minutes. The narrow passages of the cave ahead seem foreboding. What is -1 strength? Passageway. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's a lot of crabs I don't think I want to deal with right now. They were kicking my ass so bad before. You're ahead of Luna now? Nice, Unk. Luna needs to stop shacking. Let's see here. I need to roll athletics. Okay. Let's see if we can roll a 7. Success. We roll a 9. We're able to scale the area. Pick up some eggs. Pick up some more various items here. Looks like. And got another athletics completion. That's good. And we're on the other side of the cave. We'll loot those items. See the person there. I'm just collecting the items around first. Standing on the edge of the cliff is a crewman from the Zephyr, luckily enough to have made it ashore. The man is swaying and looks in shock. I saw it! By the dead, I just saw it out there. The thing that sunk us, it's still out there. The man begins jabbering incoherently. Oh? You're back. Find anyone else alive? Oh, that's kind of interesting. It's like, finely wrought telescope used for astronomical observations. Its lenses are no doubt the product of some of the Empire's finest holomancers and allows stars to be observed even in full daylight. Let's examine the seas first. You look out upon the churning gray royal that surrounds the windswept shores of Idra. Far out there amongst the great waves and beating winds, you swear you momentarily see a great glistening shape shifting just beneath the surface. Whatever madness is befalling this island, you are certainly safer here than any ship out there. Alright, let's use this a bit further. Let's look into the sky in general. You point this telescope skywards, and after a few moments of searching, you find a gap where the stormy skies have parted just enough to allow you to examine the stars in their firmament. I don't think I have anything towards lore, but yeah, both are. Though you realize your knowledge of astronomy is quite lacking, you are nonetheless left with a feeling of wrongness that you can't quite explain. Did I have a potion or something of lore? No. Nope, nothing of the sort. to scale back down the wall. Oh, wait. Let's fix the rope here. There we go. Then we just immediately climb up and down and don't have to worry about it. So how am I supposed to get the telescope? Past that lore check? I'm guessing? Well, I'm gonna explore a little bit more. Oh. You say figure thrashing violently at something obscured by the low fog. Whatever this person is doing, it's producing loud crunching, wet squelches, and a stream of curses. Move closer. You see the scene for what it is. Roland, soaked through and tattered with ichor, is laying waste to a number of grotesque-looking creatures with a piece of driftwood. He snarls like a wounded beast and his eyes are black with rage. As the last of the horde beast falls twitching back into the shallows, Roland snaps his gaze to you, dead eyes staring at some distant point on the horizon behind you. Eventually, the tension drains from his muscles and he lowers his makeshift weapon. Thought I was a carrion, they did. I nearly was. Didn't think you'd make it. Seems I've got a few lives left of me for all they're worth. Roland sighs deeply and slumps down on a nearby rock. You tried to save me, you bloody idiot. Not exactly the things I was expecting. There's no room for a bloody hero in work like this. It's just shit, blood, and madmen doing worse things to others. He looks around at the driftwood and chunks of flesh bobbing around your ankles. It's about time I paid my debts. And yet, here we are. As you say, but heed this. If you want to survive, you need to drop the bloody heroics. The business makes your hands dirty, and nothing gets them clean again. Trust me on that. Speaking of which, I suppose I still work for you. We should get going. All right, well, I'm counting on you. Let's get going. Roland nods solemnly, brushes a sticky globe of ichor off of his arm and trudges over to you. His lips part as if to speak, but he hesitates. Let's just go. Roland does not seem to hear you. Instead, he is staring intently ahead. There are men in the fog. I thought I heard them earlier. I am certain they're not from the Zephyr, and I'd wager they're less than friendly. I don't care if you're itching for a fight or not, but either way, we should tread carefully. Oh. Straining to see through the dense fog, you finally spot them. A group of men prowling the shoreline like carrion eaters looking for dead flesh. They are unkempt, and dressed in rags with bare torsos and broad shoulders adorned by a strange mixture of sailors' tattoos and crude symbols. They carry an assortment of crude-looking rusted tools turned into weapons. Gibbering chatter, laughter, and whimpering drifts across the fog in a steady stream. Whoever these men are, their minds are long gone. You sit still until a group of them passes by. Perhaps you might be able to slip past them? I also want to call out to him, seeing like... The men fan out and regard you with a cruel stare. I'm gonna enjoy this. One of them snarls as he draws a rusty dagger. Let's say, let's be civil about this. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'll have you talking once I stick this knife in your gut. The largest of the group steps menacingly towards you. Diplomacy, I'm here to join you? Alright, maybe we can get something interesting that way. And we passed. We needed a 7, we rolled a 9. The man licks his sore lips excitedly. You? You hear it too? The call? I do. Where or what is it coming from? He smiles a toothless grin. That's the question, ain't it? The men lower their weapons. When you're ready, Father is waiting for you in Horin. Without another word, the men turn and wander off into the fog. Soon they are gone. Well, I avoided that one. Hey! Get some free potions too. Nice. Oh. Yo! Found like, oop. Don't want that. What is this? Gives a +1 to willpower. All right. Spotted more. Poor scale mail. Sounds fine to me. Roland will wear it. Yeah, we're focusing on two-handers. What's the not today? Yeah, the first time you take a wound hit point, damage each combat, you automatically regain vitality points. That makes sense. Don't need no shields. So now if they knock out my green and start hitting my purple, it'll automatically give me some of my green back. That's light armor versus medium. I'm gonna be the main character here. There we go. Studded leather. Thanks for the lyric, Unk. So is there anything else in this immediate? Oh, spotted more. Nice. Hey, the fine short sword. +1, but the rapier 2 to 6 and better crit. I don't know, we'll stick with that. I'd rather give her the fine short sword and have her be able to hit things better. Or have a better chance at hitting something. Otherwise, I think I found everything I can in this area. Wonder, kind of want to encounter another. And let's hit the lighthouse. No, actually, I want to go back and let's go through the cave. Now we got Roland with us. I have a feeling we're gonna do a lot better. And before we do that, I just want to see if I can get another random encounter. Doesn't seem like it's trying to give me a random counter or anything. Oh well. Let's enter back in here. We'll go back in through the front door and let's slaughter some crabs. And you see, as I get closer, they don't see me, but my percentage goes down. rather he be here and she be around elsewhere, and then he can just wait. No, actually, it's the that's a hard decision. We'll leave the main character. This is the bigger one, but these smaller ones should be taken out quickly. Though if that is the case, I don't like it, but I'll put myself in there. All right. Sip a few damage. Bam! One shots him. Sneak attack. Honestly, that was expected for a one shot. Ugh. Let's hit the big one. Don't have a chance to disengage there. Ugh. If you encounter them on each side, you can get sneak attacks and a better chance at criticals. That's why I tried to reposition so much. And you get a charge bonus if you move like 2 squares, you get a bit of additional damage, or I think a chance to hit as well. All right. All right, her pick is a lot better. Chainmail, crude cutlass, furs. A lot more things for me to loot. Old and ruined shipping crates littered parts of the cave. Only smugglers would use a place like this to store their goods. Perhaps there are other similar caches to be found in the outer isles. I bet so. And what adventure game wouldn't be complete without a whole bunch of these things? Soak of 6? Hi, Zoro. So, hey, what's going on? Suppose that'll work for now. I don't know Little Darky. I assume that must be another streamer. Alright, we're gonna try to sneak through these dark waters and... Ooh! A large misshapen crabs emerge from the water all around you. Intentionally or not, the seemingly mindless beasts have lain in ambush for you. Never mind then, and no, he does music. Oh, okay. What's the matter, Jam Jam? Are you upset that I don't know who Little Darky is? I'm assuming you must be upset about that. No? Okay, good. You're sad? Don't be sad, Jam Jam. No be sad, Jam Jam. Always happy, Jam Jam. You have no uppies points? I don't blame you for being upset, Jam Jam. I'm sorry you don't have uppy points either, but we should both get by. Sneaking by. What is? Hello? And who might you be? Who goes there? A haggard man dressed in the livery of the Nautical Guild huddles apprehensively in the corner of the small chamber you're standing in. His lips are dry and cracked and he appears to be parched. Dead Emperors, please tell me you found a way out of this pit. I have. Curse me, I have to get out of this hole. I don't even know how long I've been here. Days? It's like time doesn't pass right. But I've not died from thirst yet, so it can't be that long. I just need to get out of here. Alright, I explained the way to the exit. Shadow's a Giga Chad. He gives uppies for free. I'll live to see another day. By the golden dead, I'll be mending my wicked ways. If I make it out of here, no more dice and whoring. The desperate man wastes no time scrambling past you and towards fresh air and relative safety. That was Ari. Poor bastard. Sounds like he's losing his mind the way he was talking. Trapped down here for days. He's an ass. But didn't deserve that. None of them did. We'll pick that and get that fairly easily. And I just realized that she leveled up. Alright, Cat. Hidden deployment? Oh yeah, that's right, you start combat hidden. Not any of the others, was I? Oh yeah, I was, oh, I don't have to be evasion across that one. Let's start off combat hidden. That'll be nice. Cure poison and cure disease. Ooh. All right, draw steel. What are these things? Albino leech? A giant leech? These are freaking leeches. Oh, damn. All right. Let's... Nice. Backstabs took two of them out instantly. And backstabs for the win. It's kind of like when you play Rogue in D&D. If you hit something with backstabs or you crit cross with it, they are just dead. Dead. Strangely haunting piping can be heard from the caves ahead. Surely it must be the wind. Then again, it rises and falls with an eerie sense of musicality that does nothing to set your mind at ease. Let's forge ahead. I have to go from here. There's too many of them. Alright, let's get that and that. So me, Roland, and then Cat. Oh boy. At least they're level 1s. I'll go a couple this way and then bam, backstab. Let's take care of that one right off the bat. Take care of that one right off the bat. Oh my god, that is so bad. Yeah, another backstab. Nice. Can't reach him, but it doesn't really matter. Oh. Wow, they didn't even get a strikeout. Damn, that was good. I'm switching over to her when I'm stealthing because I'm pretty sure she has better... Oh, Jesus, not again. You'd nearly grown accustomed to the foul stench
Now,
that
the
lingers.
main problem area is up here. All of this going on up here is
What?
causing me the most physical discomfort.
Well, I bet so. You're touching my chest. If you're gonna touch my chest, you're gonna burn yourself. Of course it's causing you the most physical... Oh my god. Markiplier, you're smarter than that. You'd nearly grown accustomed to the foul stench that lingers in these caves, but now it once more assaults your senses with renewed vigor, rolling out of the eastern passage like so many black tendrils probing for a way into the very core of your being. Whatever lies ahead must be at the center of the rot that permeates this pit. Alright, but... well, we're all at the bad point in here. Okay, Roland's got the best chance. Let's go! Woo! We just made it. We rolled a 7. If it would have been with the other characters, it would have failed. Hell yeah. Through grit alone, you refuse to let the foulness find purchase, and you fight down the nausea that wells up inside of you. Diz. That might be the way to go, so it tells me, alright, go the other way and explore. Oh? Oh, that just leads back out. That's the way. Okay. Ooh, masterwork leather gloves of willpower? What? Oh, it gives me 2 more soak? Nice. Okay, I can be more of a pseudo, like, frontline tank with these then. Because let's see here. I wonder... Where's my overall... Where's the dodge? Does it tell me how much I have for soak and everything? That's 4, 6. 6 plus 2 dodge. And he's just got 6. Oh, I have as much soak as the main tank right now. Soak is basically this game.
Bastard,
Hydrating! So, unlike in D&D or some of the other games where it's basically like, alright, you have to pass their armor class in order to hit them, you do have to swing to hit. Hey, Mass! When somebody hits you, 6 points of damage is immediately soaked from whatever damage they rolled against you. Or up to 6. Okay, now here's the breakdown. 0 to 6 damage is soaked when somebody hits you. So,
hydrate, you bastard, hydrate!
oh god, hydrating. So that's that chance. +2 to hit. He has a +8 to hit. And 0 to 6 soaking of damage. It's so... Jeez. Oh my god, Shadow! You're bad. See, he's bad! Yeah, he's bad!
Hydrate, you bastard, hydrate!
Yep, you're soaking me, alright. I'll keep hydrating, baby. The corpses of the doomed crew of the Zephyr are arranged around the chamber's central column. A pale light shines down from an aperture in the vaulted cave ceiling above, illuminating their bloated features and pale blue skin. Is there a form of artistry to their arrangement? For a brief moment, you almost find it beautiful. The thought comes into your mind unbidden, an interloper. Stepping between the corpses, you spot a man who you immediately recognize as Zephyr's first mate. Around his neck, a sturdy chain glimmers, and you carefully fish out a strange octagonal amulet, richly filigreed, and with the navigational rosé of the Nautical Guild carved on it. Blue Man Group? Yeah. This is no doubt the captain's seal and is apparently an item that the guild will pay handsomely to have returned to them. As you pocket the amulet, you become aware of movement in the waters around you. Strange, stalked eyes regard you as several of the chitinous horrors emerge. No doubt the abominations have come to feed on the flesh of the dead or the living. Let's see if I can sneak away. We succeed. You carefully step away from the corpse and begin to try and make your way out of the horrid chamber. Alright, I made it. Hey! Level up. Level 4! You can feel yourself growing stronger with every trial you face. Each adventure leaves you a little faster, a little braver. What more are you capable of? Ooh, Kest was in here? Kest is lurking! Might be lurking, but won the Battle Royale, no less. Cheater! Let's see here. We were going for evasive so we could move around. Disengaging from melee does not cause your turn to end. That's what we were going for. So with that, I can just walk by enemies. Avatar basketball! You gonna practice a little bit, Shadow? Are we gonna play some basketball real quick? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Let's see here for where I'm at. Damn, Shadow. Let's see here. Nope. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, there's such a power difference.
Hey,
Hey! Oh no! Oh, Shadow! We're both it's like, all right, we're getting it in, we're getting in. We're dialing it. Well, welcome back, Chief. Oof. We're playing basketball. There we go. Gotta spam those numbers. Oh! No! You're gonna get a shot! Oh! No! I was robbed! Oh, can you... Can you do it from under? Is this a trick shot? Oh, it is a trick shot. Okay. There we go. Don't mind us, chat. Just playing some basketball. Oh. Oh. No! Congrats, Shadow. Good game. GG's. Alright,
hydrate, you bastard, hydrate!
hydrating! Ah. Bam! He just runs in and just annihilates them. Did you know you can toggle a sound for fart? What do you mean? In what capacity? Oh, I didn't know I could put a sound on it. Hat of Stealth? Well, this is kind of interesting. There's a chest there, but I can't get back there to retrieve that. It has a built-in one. You just have to turn it on. I don't know if I want to give you guys freedom for that. You guys are gonna start farting all over stream. I feel like that'd be a bad decision. You turn mine on, it's fun. I'm sure you probably put like an internal timer and stuff on it too, right? Maybe put some points in, go towards second wind. Stepping into the fresh air, you pull the strange octagonal seal from your pocket and examine it more closely. The dark metallic surface is covered in intricately carved lines and symbols. It reminds you of a mix between a compass and an astrolabe. Lord, try to think if you've heard something like this before. Try to examine its inner workings. Oh, let's see. No, my stream avatar's cooldown are all 0s or 5. People could go nuts. Oh god. Oh god, Shadow! I mean, you're still getting started with things. You have yet to experience the repercussions of your actions. Ten. Oh, failed. This artifact is not mundane and you're inclined to agree with Cat that it might be worth something to Nautical Guild or someone else. Beyond that, the strange animal is beyond your ken. You feel the weight of strange device in your hands. For a moment, you're back on the deck of the Zephyr. Monstrous tentacles rise up from above the ship like strange alien towers. Terrified screams fill the air. You shudder. Cat's voice snaps you out of that. If we ever get off this bloody island and back to the mainland, the guild would pay you well to have that returned. All I ask is you remember who told you about it. Don't worry, we'll split the coin. You can keep the coin. All I want is to be done with the guild. Be free to wander as I like. Maybe wander up to my brother and stick a knife in his fat gut. Your brother? Well, you should definitely turn the fart sound on. Oh god. Was that? Is that in the That's in the stream elements, isn't it? All right, taking a look real quick. Stream elements, chat bot, chat commands. I do not see fart. Oh, stream avatars. Okay. I have to turn it off for a moment. Let's see. Sounds. No, it's not underneath that. Avatars, gears, no. Bot commands. Game settings, fun. Interesting. Slingshot avatar is a command. Soundboard. Not that. It's underneath the commands. Maybe actions? Hug, attack, sit, stand, move. Oh, fart. The command is there, but it doesn't say anything about giving it a sound. Just the input requirement. So there's a command for fart, input requirement, a whisper or an extension, and then a currency cost. Information. Maybe not soundboard. Settings. Like general? Okay. With avatar settings. Ah, fart sound. Defart, sound volume. 10. All right. I set the fart volume to 10 because I'm not sure how loud it is. Okay, go for a shadow. Yep, there's just a little tiny fart sound. Just light enough. Now I wanted to whine about a bot cheating now. You probably have that here soon. Oh, you heard nothing? I heard it, but let me turn it up a little bit louder. Where is it at? There it is. There's also a chattering sound, but for how often you guys chat, I set it to 50. Okay, give me a fart. There you go. That's a 10-second cooldown, I think. Let's see how much chaos you cause with that. Let's examine the skies in general. Yeah, we'd all. Oh, I think I know. I need to make sure that he is able to leave here, and then he'll give me the telescope. I kind of want to encounter something else here. Doesn't seem like it wants to, though. Broken bodies and debris litter the rocky shores of Idra. In the distance, you can make out what appears to be the remains of the Zephyr's hull. Are you okay, Shadow? You sound a little gassy. A small group of exhausted figures sit huddled around a small campfire. You recognize them immediately as a small group of survivors from the Zephyr. One of the men suddenly notices you, and the men stumble to their feet, smiling at you and waving you over to their meager fire. A gaunt-faced man that looks like he spent more years at sea than ashore stands before you. If you recall, this was the Zephyr's first mate. You remember his crewmates calling him Snow. He offers a smile that doesn't quite reach his eyes as you approach. I had not expected to see you alive, mercenary, but you stood up for us on the Zephyr, and you saved the lives of some of my men, so I'm glad you made it. Yeah, your crew didn't deserve to be slaughtered. Nonetheless, it did us little good. I've never seen anything like that beast before. The way it tore the ship apart, and this island. Something is wrong here. What curse has befallen us? All I know is that we need to work together if we are to survive. There is no disagreeing with this. Though my men and I have naught to offer save our fire and what shelter these huts may provide, there are beds inside if you require, but little else. There's one last thing, a favor I'd ask of you. If you come across any more of my men, tell them where to find both me, or both I and the guild will thank you for it. Or thank you if you do. Hello, Emerald! Sup? What's going on? I think the survivors. Nah, we don't need to worry about them. Let's see what I have for sale. Oh yeah, here he is. Thanks for finding the way out of Bloody Cave. If them crabs hadn't gotten to me, the thirst would have. Can you imagine? Slowly going insane in the darkness, all alone and dying? Ugh. Just popping in real quick before I get high and pass out. Well, much appreciation for the fact that you decide to pop in here before you get high and pass out. Ooh, lesser attunement, all right. Get that recipe. No, not gonna spend 300 gold and hire another mercenary. I mean, you could, but nah, not worth it. Not to me at the moment. Make a few farmers' omelets. Yeah! Make a bunch of extras. Yeah, I figured I'd forgotten deity would make my trip that much better. A forgotten deity would make your trip that much better. Let's see. Talk to Snow if you want something. Oh, that's all well and
Hydrate, you
good.
bastard! Hydrate!
Alright, hydrate? I'll hydrate. Ah. Now, what do you guys think? I kind of skipped the schedule a little bit, and I played some of the SKALD instead of tomorrow when it was scheduled. Do you guys want me to play some more SKALD, or do you want me to play something else like Armored Core 6? Should I play some more of the same, or should I switch it up and just come up with another random game to play? Tell the sailor about the other survivors. Yeah, I don't have the lore. I guess I must need the lore in order to get the telescope and then hand it back over to the guy. We know at least one person who'd be happy to see Armored Core. Exactly. That and it'd have a bit more action to it. Which seemingly is what a lot more people want, is action. The winding coastal road constricts as steep cliffs press in from the north. Dense fog reduces visibility to a mere stone's throw, and you feel an uneasiness rise in your stomach. Then, as in response to your concern, a bizarre, monstrous growl echoes through the cliffs ahead of you. Frozen mid-step, you scan the mists when an unmistakable stench of rotting flesh is wafted towards you. Something large and deadly lies ahead. Roland places his hand on the hilt of his weapon as he scowls into the mist. Keep your wits about you. I fear we may have our work cut out for us. What do you recommend? I say we forge ahead, but let's keep our wits about us. I'm inclined to agree with the big man, Kat. Adds as she looks around nervously. Alright, I agree, let's go. Water's a dangerous place. You can quickly end up facing very dangerous beings. Sometimes the best tactic is to leave a fight for later as you level up and gather more equipment and allies. You can always adjust the difficulty of the game. Maybe we'll go back over to the lighthouse and... I'm really surprised that there isn't, like, other random encounters that are happening at the moment, though. An ancient lighthouse rises steeply from the bluffs ahead of you. The beacon is still lit, though it flickers weakly. Whoop. A sinewy armored woman with a shield slung on her back and a broadsword at her side stands by a small campfire. She's grunting and cursing under her breath as she clumsily tries to bind a wound on her arm. Dried blood and mud cakes her face and armor as she looks haggard. She freezes as she sees you emerge from the fog. A suspicious frown falls over her face. Well, let me help you. No need, she growls as she finishes the tourniquet using her good arm and teeth. Bless you for offering, but I can manage. I would kill for some water, though. Offer a drink from her water skin. Thank you. Name's, Kerala. Used to call myself captain of our little mercenary band. Some rich trader from Adler's paid us well to come here and look for the Fury. Things went to shit quickly. I've been losing my crew one by one. Neelis and Peter got their coins yesterday, torn to pieces by those fucking hounds. It's just me now. What's the Fury? What, you never heard about the Santa Fury? She was an Umbarian treasure ship, they say. Disappeared around 40 cycles ago. And it said she was laden heavy when she went. People have been looking for her ever since. Me, I never put any stock in the legend Sailor's tale. But then this rich fop from Adler's up and offered to pay me and my company to go here and look for it.
I asked my dog what 2 minus 2 was. He said nothing.
Wow. That's an intelligent dog, yep. Terrible. You didn't find anything? Not a scrap. Mind if I give it a go? So you spill your guts on a bloody island. Just be careful, not peaceful anymore. So you get away from here, off this fucking rot. What do you do now? Try to head east, around the bay. Maybe there are larger groups of survivors. Look, if you ever find that bloody treasure, buy me a drink next time we've run into each other. All right. We go lantern, a shovel, shadow farts. At this point, we'll save. I haven't saved in a little while. And let's find who we can raid out to. Because I have a feeling if I start exploring much farther, I'm going to be hit with a crapload of combat and everything. Alright. Let's get that internet window going.
My
There we
neighbor
go.
seems upset about his wife sunbathing in the nude. Me on the other hand, I'm on the fence.
Yeah, I bet you're on the fence. Well, what do you think? Do you know, Shadow, if Feya is probably streaming for much longer? Feya's been going for quite a while. Going on 7 hours. If Faye is still going to be going for a bit, we can raid in. Some people masturbate
more than they brush their teeth. But who is brushing 15 times a day?
Oh my god. Damn, Shadow. That's a bit excessive. Damn! Who'd be doing it that much? Yeah, maybe we should raid into Feya. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of time and a few interesting games. Probably keep things a little interesting with some more action-packed games. And you know what? Let's do some Armored Core tomorrow. We'll do that because that's going to be more like mecha action, one-on-one boss fights in flying mech suits and lots of rockets, guns, and everything manly, right? But yeah, make sure to enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in the next one. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.